Hello? Hello? Hi. Hi. Good morning. Or good afternoon. Or evening. I don't know. Which one's more relevant for you? Whichever one of those is most relevant, good luck. Today, there's a rescue mission that needs to be done. Because there are some Kerbals that are stranded in a bad spot. And we have a lot of concerns about that. Yes, we'll turn the buddy bot on, because why not? Oh, Kerbal struggling? It'll happen. It'll work. Look. Oof. We have 10 science. What I really need was this grabbing unit. I really need that. But I am a long way from 160 science. So what I think we have to do is send a new ship up and have at least one person ready to bring all the science back onto the ship so that we can bring that science back home. Then we can go build a grabber to go grab that ship. Because this ship here, which I was warned about, by the way, and I gotta own up to that. I was told it didn't have enough fuel, and we are... Oh, hold on, let me get out of the way. We are out of fuel. Here, look, we got basically no fuel. We have no monopropellant jets. Maybe we should keep that in mind in the future. But the point is, this ship is going to stay in orbit unless the Mun flings it somewhere wild, which is dangerous, and it is of utmost concern. It's a problem. So we can't have that. Whoops, I didn't mean to make us stare at the sun like that. That was a mistake. Wrong button. And a bad way to start. So we have a ship that was ready to go get everybody. And it is me acknowledging that I was in fact warned. Could have avoided the need for a rescue mission if I had just piloted it better or something. Okay, Valentina is gonna go be a hero. We're gonna blast off in 3, 2, 1. Let's go! So what we're gonna do first is get up into orbit. And then we're going to get real close to the other ship. And then we'll have the spacewalk happen. But I definitely got to park this ship right beside the other one. That's the only way we're going to make anything productive happen. I guess I could just send Valentina on a grand tour all by herself. Maybe even hire a new scientist to go with her. That wouldn't have been a terrible idea. But I think I was already committed to doing this strategy since I'd even left this ship on the launch pad. dangerously going to start to turn now. It's dangerous, because if I lose control of this rocket, we're going to have a problem. I did not try very hard at making that turn. I was way too timid about it. Here comes stage separation. Nice and safe, the way we like it. Okay, now we gotta get into something resembling a full orbit so that we can figure out where we gotta go. I guess I also want to make sure that this lower stage here crashes back in, so I don't want it to be too circular. If I do too good of a job at putting this whole thing into orbit, then I'm going to have space debris. And I'm looking to avoid space debris whenever possible. But thankfully we're out of the atmosphere, so let's open up the solar panels. They're tiny little fellas, but they'll keep us going. That's a nicer view, right? Look at our spaceship. This fella. That's our target. That's the target we gotta get ourselves to. Preferably before it comes crashing into the mud. Great. We ran out of fuel there for that stage. So now we've got this other rocket that is going to absolutely must get us to meet that other vessel, that other spaceship. We're gonna get there. We just gotta figure out how. It's gonna be something like that, right? But more like that. Maybe even a little earlier. Descending node of 10 degrees. Uh-oh. We can't be messing with the mun right now. I gotta get basically let's start with that. No, a little further. Nope, too far. So we'll start with putting the circles out together. And then I'll adjust the angle after. Whew. Maneuver node. Point to the maneuver. Just gotta make one circle bigger at a time. And we must, under all circumstances, avoid a collision with the mun. Great start. Now, that's the descending node, so that's going to be where we start going down. So we need to go up, which will be normal. But we also need to be a lot closer to that node. So this descending node just makes sure that our circles are on the same angle. And what's most important is that I get that node wherever we're going to intersect. Wherever that might be. And we also want them to be as close to 0 as possible. Whoops. We went too far and I saw. See, that's great. That's a great spot for that. So if you've never played Kerbal, and you don't know what all of this information is showing, it might be hard to tell. But this orange dot here, this orange triangle, is where our target will be. That other ship is going to be the first time the circles cross. And no, that's where I will be. And that's where the other ship will be. And then the other one, I will be right there. And it will be right there. So I should be able to slow us down somewhere out there. Like if I go add a maneuver there. And I say I wanted to push that out. No, hold on. The intersections with the MUN are giving me problems. And I can't just blindly do a whole bunch of time warping, because I also got to factor in that if this other ship gets flung out by the MUN, I have a big problem. So what if I was like here and I tried to go like this? Can I do it like this? Yeah, that looks dangerous, but it could be done. What if I did that kind of maneuver node here? Separation of 200 kilometers. Relative speed 200 kilometers. See, this is looking okay. We can just do this because that's what is that? That was the circle on the outside. Radial out. That's what we want. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. something did not go according to plan there. I know why. In hindsight, I know why. I know exactly why that happened like that. Because the angle was changing the whole time. It's all about getting the ship in the exact right spot. And now I just need to hold in this direction and make this number smaller. I went too far. And caused a huge difference. We're gonna get real close. Separation of 26 kilometers. That's a good starting point. Now we just gotta get there. Something's not looking right there. In 5 hours, we're gonna be hanging still while it comes flying in? Yeah. I'm having trouble believing that. Believe it I shall. Now, where is our target? It's way far out. 22 minutes. Oh, there it is. Great. We are starting the approach. Because that ship, way off there in the distance, is gonna get real close. But I know... oops, wrong button. I know we're gonna get as close as 26 kilometers. So we're gonna get approximately there before we worry too much. But I can handle this time warping now, because I can see the darn thing. Alright, now we are under 30 kilometers, so I want to kill all of our relative speed. I want to just stop moving compared to that for a minute. Now we have basically the same speed. I want to go directly to it. And now we'll only get so close before we drift away. So we want to get close. Will the map tell us how close? No. Oh, it will. 2.3. So we will get within 2 kilometers of that, which is great. I bet Bob could do a 2-kilometer spacewalk, but I also bet we could get closer. Yeah, we should do some squats in a minute. We will. As soon as we get 2 kilometers away from that ship. Well, 3. We get to like 3 kilometers away. Okay, we'll wait there and continue to drift while I do these squats. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gosh, this rescue mission should have listened. Didn't need to be this way. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna rescue them. Now, a big question is, how far do I really expect Bob to go? KSP, change view, nearby vessel, hotkey. What is the button? Those. Okay. Great. Great, I can prep Bob. Bob the scientist can get prepped right now. Take that data. Wrong vessel. Bob. Jeb. It's not letting me switch to this one. Why won't it let me switch? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. We got to kill the speed now. Or very soon, at least. And Bob will be ready to make the jump. That way we can take all of the data, make the appropriate science adjustments, and come back and rescue the vessel. Great. Now put your solar panels away, just in case. Switch over to Bob. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is a big one. Let go, Bob. And please turn on your lights. This is a big moment. This is a big moment for Bob. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. Oh boy, he's gonna make it. Oh boy. He's in. He's in with all the stuff. Great. Now. We're gonna head home. I need to clear my target though. Great. Orbit. We have 287. We should just be able to shut it all down right now, shouldn't we? We don't have to do anything extra. Right? Yeah, we could just afford to slow down right here. Head straight home with Bob. Oh, thanks, John, for the subscription. Really appreciate it. How's that circle looking? Look, we're gonna do fine. We're gonna be fine. A little like eager. We're gonna come in hot. because there is so much important science to be had. Yeah, we'll come in hot like that. Rescue mission, focused and to the point. We'll throw our solar panels back out, because the trip down to Kerbin is going to be a while. Let's warp to like there. And we'll take it from there. Alright. We gotta get down to the atmosphere. Nothing wrong with a little time warp, right? Alright, solar panels gotta go away. Alright, welcome to the atmosphere. We're starting to slow down now. And when we're as... Turn it on. Turn what on? The lights? Turn the lights on? I'll turn it on, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna come in hot. As soon as we get to our lowest point, we'll slow down. And that way, the rescue mission will succeed as soon as possible. Solar panels. No, I gotta close them up right now. We don't need to destroy them pointlessly. They'll probably smash on impact anyways, actually. But look, we are a glowing fireball on our own. We're coming in real hot. It's burning up in here. Something's gonna explode. It's gonna be a landing leg. We are rescuing a Kerbin. This is a rescue mission. There was a ship that went to Minmus and grabbed a green sandstone, and I was warned that we didn't have enough fuel to get home, and I went ahead anyways, and I was wrong. So what we've done here is we've sent a rescue ship up to the stranded vessel. We have taken the science report as well as the science officer, and we are bringing those two things home. We expect all of the science data to give us enough science so that we can get the grabby claw. And then when we have the grab claw, we're going to send a second rescue ship up to grab that stranded vessel so that we can also bring it home. That way we will have returned scientific data from the surface of Minmus, and we will have returned a ship from the surface of Minmus. We want to do that. The next mission, we will do a much more efficient landing, I promise. We will do much better. We have learned much And in fact, this vessel is even named after the individual who warned us that we were about to make a mistake. It was a YouTube viewer that warned us, and I guess I was not open to their input properly, and I was warned, and I'm sorry, and we will do a more efficient landing next time. Yes. But first, we have to rescue this Kerbin. And we have to get the scientific data from this green sandstone. We were actually paid a significant amount of money to go get that. So, no choice. See, we got to Minmus. We planted a flag. But that particular vessel wasn't able to come back. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Aero braking. It takes a moment, doesn't it? Much will. Much will burn up. But this craft will definitely survive re-entry. I mean, there are pieces I will abandon, for sure. But I also want to minimize the space junk. Because who really wants space junk? There will be enough junk once I put a satellite network up properly. We've really only gotten started with that. Well, I guess we're gonna have to do a second lap before we can get to the ground. My capsule is amazing. It holds 4 crew. And all the science data I could need. It's also limited by my advancement on the tech tree. So that's okay. Look, you can have my solar panels out now. Meow. You know, Bob himself was walking on the surface of Minmus. He's going to be a hero when he returns. You know, sometimes we just have to accept the number of skips we're going to take along this pond. But now we are out of the atmosphere again. Let's warp somewhere onto this side. And we'll take it from there. See, I didn't even use this lander cam. This was a waste. This was a wasted part. That's true, Crater. Thank you for noticing. But this is actually a rescue mission. And there was another identical ship that actually had 3 Kerbals on it. And this ship went and met up with it, took one of those Kerbals and all of the science data, and is bringing it home. We will go retrieve the other ship and the other 2 Kerbals after we have made the scientific advancements required to perform a full vessel recovery from something that is orbiting at 9 million kilometers high. And we're actually very afraid that if we don't do it in time, the Mun is gonna fling it out into space, which is gonna make it far harder to save those other 2 Kerbals. And I didn't want to leave the vessel unattended. Oh, you know what? I said that and I was wrong. I'm sorry. I think it's 9 million meters, not 9 million kilometers. Let's double check. What's its orbit? It's currently at 9 million meters, but it's also capable of hitting Minmus. So either Minmus or the Mun could easily fling it out if I don't go quick enough. Which is why I couldn't take the time to engineer a better rescue vessel. I had one opportunity to get up there and grab Bob. I cannot express to you the scientific value that Bob specifically has. Jeb, also a tremendously recognized pilot, is currently trapped on that other vessel, which is the problem. Yes, the problem is that Jeb made a... I can't blame Jeb. No, I made the error. Jeb is the risky pilot that does whatever I ask. And even though we were warned that Jeb's ship did not have enough fuel, I launched anyways, and now Jeb is stranded. And I needed Bob to come back and engineer a solution. The solution is going to be a grabber, because there'll be one ship, right? And there'll be another ship, and it's going to grab on. And that's how we're going to rescue Jeb. But I needed Bob. We needed Bob's expertise. And I need him on the ground. I need him to pull out the Lego blocks and explain to me what's happening. This is all stock. There are currently no mods installed. I do have both DLCs, but no mods. I left Jeb because a captain goes down with the ship. So if that ship gets flung out into orbit around the sun, I need a pilot in that ship. But I will go get him. I am committed to going to get him. I have always said that a Kerbal's safety is #1 priority. #1 priority. #2 is the scientific recovery. But #1 is the safety. And I don't have the science for the grabber arm. I need to grab that ship and slow it down myself. You know, those are great solutions for somebody who has a more advanced tech tree than I. We have strong limitations. Prior to this mission, funding was a restriction. And we did something risky. And we messed up. That's why this is a rescue. I'm pretty confident the title of the stream says it's a rescue mission. Currently we're doing Bob. We're rescuing Bob first. And then Bob will help us rescue Jeb. We are currently in the middle of a mission. We are not prepared to discuss engineering requests. When Bob gets onto the ground, we can talk about engineering again. I have a heat shield. It's called the landing legs. If you want. I'm not totally against this. Oh boy. We going fast. Bob's in this lower part of the module. He's in there. See? You can see him in there. He's even got some science experiments with him. Like a good boy. No. I do not know the difference between those chats. But I do know that that is my buddy bot. And he's telling me I should do some squats. So you can either do some squats with me, or put hashtag potato squat in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Potato squat. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. I like that. I appreciate you being here. All right. Let me look up this difference while we fall to the ground. Oh my gosh, phone, stop it. Thank you. I appreciate that you like it. I really put myself out here quite a bit. You know, I put a lot of myself here. So if you like the stream, then you might like a trash panda such as me. I do not know. I don't know squat. I know squats. I do squats sometimes. I do squats. Wait, why is there only one of those? What happened to the other one? Did one of them break? Weird. One of those broke. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Ah. Ah. Oh. 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 Alright. That's gonna slowly drift to the ground. And I'm gonna do some extra squats while we fall, so that you can see my wiggly tail. Look, I made this model by myself in Blender. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, the capsule's gonna crash. That was the idea. It's going too fast because the parachutes haven't opened fully yet. They'll be fine. Also, there was supposed to be another one of these red ones in here, so, I don't know. I'm missing. Something happened. Something is not where it was supposed to be. Engineering mistakes, I guess. We'll be fine. That sounded like something else just splashed down. Ooh. Ooh. The other part landed in the water and didn't get destroyed, so we can recover that for money later. That's exciting. Yeah, we're gonna survive. We're gonna survive for sure. Which means we brought back Bob and his science. Yes. Oh, Kane's here. Kane. Look at what this vessel is named. I don't know if you can read that, but it says Kane was right. Kane, we rescued Bob because you were correct. I should not have sent that previous ship. It didn't have enough fuel. So we've rescued Bob. Yeah, you were right. We needed like an extra 200. But we rescued Bob. We brought the science. We are going to be able to make the grabber arm. So then we're going to put the grabber arm on a ship, and then we will go rescue the other ship. So you've inspired this recovery mission. And I gotta say you were right. Because I said I would apologize if I was wrong. And I am committed to taking advice from the scientific and engineering communities moving forward. Please do not fire me and replace me with something like a squirrel. Like if you're gonna replace me, at least replace me with something like really cool, like a cool bird or something. We're so close. We're almost there. that was part 1 of this rescue mission. I appreciate you all celebrating along with us. Look, we earned 465 science from that, and that was just rescuing Bob. Alright, now, this grabber arm. That advanced grabbing unit. That's what I want specifically. Now, what else are we going to get? What else? Because we've got enough for one more thing at this range. What do we got? Ooh, a fairing. Do I have fairings elsewhere? We could be using fairings. Bigger landing legs. That's a good idea. Heavy rocketry is the request. I feel like I have to listen to Kane on this one. Nuclear engines, you say? Alright. I see your request. I'll take that then. And, monopropellants, wings, aviation. What's this? Ladders. Ooh, ladders might be helpful soon. EVA experiments. Ooh. Oh, I can't get that one yet. I get that, but we're not there yet. But I think we need this one as well. Which I can't afford yet. Ooh, rover wheels. I think I might just hang on for a moment. I don't even think I'm going to spend it. Great, great. Now, that didn't complete this mission. We need to return that vessel. So, this will be enough. Where's the grabber? The grabber. I need an advanced grabbing. That looks ugly on top of that. Does it also look ugly on top of this one? It looks less ugly, so I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, that'll be that. And this vessel only has to grab then slow, or grab and transfer fuel. I think I'm gonna tell it to grab and transfer fuel. But I also think I want it to be a drone ship. I want it to be a drone just for the sake of being a drone. That way I don't even have to return the ship when it's done. I can just let this ship fall apart. Or I could leave it up as a relay. Something like that. But I need, if it's gonna be a drone, then it needs a probe core. It needs a good reaction wheel. And it needs this fly-by-wire. Actually, let's put that there for a second and throw some batteries in. Make a little battery stack. Put the fly-by-wire in there. Whole bunch of solar panels under here. Yeah. And we'll just throw some extra batteries here because I'm filling space. All right, so that is... Oh, I know what I forgot. There's two things. There's two things I want to put in there. One is our emergency antenna. And... do I want it to be a relay? Yeah, I do want it to be a relay. So let's put a fuel tank. Just one little fuel tank. And how, that is nothing. That's nothing. I don't like it. We've gone over this before. In a vacuum, what does that change to? See, I remembered. I'm learning. Okay. So in a vacuum, that'll do just fine. So let's put it back at sea level. Drop those relays. Right there. That's fine. That is fine and dandy. Yeah, okay. So this is Can's arm. This is gonna be the arm. That's what we'll call the ship. And now. Can I put this whole thing into a fairing just for giggles? Yeah, that's what I want there. Can the whole thing go into a fairing? Not like this. Hold on. Back this up. Great. Now that is going to go onto a rocket all of its own. I feel like the fairing is a bad choice. The fairing is a bad choice. I'm sure of that. Also, that was wrong. That was part of my problem. Now, what goes to put this? We need to put this whole rocket with something like 5,000 delta V. But I like the orange tanks. Do you like the orange tanks better? I like the orange tanks. And I will remember, Kane, that this is a better rocket design. We will worry about that after. And then what if I had the skipper under here? It's too heavy for the skipper. What? What? Oh, good thing I have a mainsail. Yeah, I could probably put another orange tank in there. Alright, we'll accept that as close enough and say that I still need to add. I need to double that delta V. Can I put one more in there and still have it push? Yeah, we're gonna do that. And what if that was in a vacuum? It goes up, great. Okay. Now, we need this to we need to add like at least 2,000 delta V onto this. And I thought heavy rocketry gives us big things like this, right? What? Okay. I don't like it. I don't like it enough, no. No. Let's put welcome back. It's good that you're back. That'll do. That'll do. And now we just gotta slim it down so that I can put one of these caps on it. Just like that. Okay. Now I need some struts and some wings. I need some wings. And I need some struts. Because if you don't get struts, you get the wiggles. I have, in fact, begun designing a rocket, yes. It's an expensive rocket at that. But I will do anything for this rescue mission. And the question is, will Kane believe it to be suitable? What am I trying to say? Will Kane believe this is suitable for this rescue mission? Because if Kane doesn't approve, I feel like I can't go forward on that at all. But I feel like it'll do the job. Because these first two stages should get us to orbit. And that last one should get us there. But I'm just gonna have to throw more boosters on until somebody tells me it's good enough. Please tell me I'm good enough. That's all I want. See, those aren't even helpful. That's not enough. Thank you. I appreciate you complimenting the rocket. Feels messy. Yeah. Yeah. No. I'm gonna focus on building my rocket. We're gonna put a lot of extra boosters on it. Those will pop off at the same time. Put those there. And if those all go at the same time... Oh, that's wrong. That needs to go up one. And those will all go at the same time. Whoops. And that'll be enough? Yeah. Yeah, this will be enough. I just gotta put the struts on. We just can't have the wiggle wobbles. Do you really want the wiggle wobbles? That didn't work. All right. I guess this'll do. This'll do. Actually, I'm going to send... Oh, Bob, no. Bob, no. Okay. So, Val, the hero that she is, the star of this rescue mission, is going to take this ship up, rendezvous in, save everybody, and probably transfer into the other ship. And then we'll just leave this drone ship to do whatever it needs to. And it will be an incredibly expensive ship that's just there. So let's go. Wait for the program to respond. You gotta give it a chance. Okay. Here we go. Throttle up. We are launching in 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Great, we're off to a good start. We're going up. And by gosh, do we hope we staged everything correctly. It'll be tragic to get like 3/4 of the way there and find out we messed up. But that's how engineering mistakes happen, okay? You discover them on the fly. And here's my rocket. Great. You're so kind. Valentina is going to be the Most decorated Kerbin in history. Most famous. Oh, hi, Buddy Bot. Val will be famous for all of her rescue missions. And I can't do this. Actually, I bet I could do. I shouldn't do the squats yet, but I need to. Buddy Bot said so. We gotta do it fast. Look at my tail wiggle while I do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That way, I don't sit and become a potato. Hashtag potato squats. Well, now that we're really thinking about potatoes, what is your favorite way to eat a potato? Is it mashed or hash browns? Potato chips? Look in the map view. What do you want about the map view? You want to remind me about that lander? I'm terrified about those explosions. Anyways, we gotta start this turn. We're turning. Uh-oh, we're turning too fast. Oh, I didn't set up the action group. Oh, I'm gonna have to deploy all the satellite solar panels manually. Tragic. Can I set action groups from wherever I am? Like, can I set an action group now? Yeah, I can, okay. Let's just get to orbit first. May as well set our target too. Where is our target? Kane doesn't like this. That's the one. That's the target. There are no problems yet. And if they are, we will notice them upon re-entry. Worth noting, I've committed to Valentina needs to get in the other ship. Valentina cannot come home in this ship. Well. I didn't think I was gonna have to pull out a banhammer right now. So, you can be nice in the chat, or I will pause the game so that I can remind you I too am Canadian. Yeah. Yeah, that's a one and only warning. Thought we were talking about potatoes a second ago. Hashtag unacceptable. I want to make sure my space debris falls back down to Kerbin, but I also want to get every little bit of its delta V out that I'm allowed to have. So we're going to let that debris go. That debris can go, and we will go back to getting to a circular orbit here. My reaction wheel was not strong enough. I needed a bigger reaction wheel. I'm sure it'll be fine when I get to the smaller part of the ship. But for now, I need the engine to help me turn. We should do it from further out. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Where do I want to meet up with that ship? Somewhere out near Minmus is going to be the answer. My rocket is doing great. We're all very proud of Valentina's efforts. And look at that view! Amazing, right? There's so much information bouncing around. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Just so you know, I want these two orange markers to get as physically close as I can possibly get them. That is my goal. And anytime I'm going to intersect with the Mun, I got problems. Okay. What if I wanted to add a maneuver? If I wanted to add a maneuver and go this way. Can we do that? It's a good. This is a good. Well, that's getting closer. We can work with that. We can work with that. Yeah. Yeah, let's make that maneuver node happen. Warp there and aim at my maneuver node. You know, being able to point at these maneuver nodes, really relying on the Kerbin's piloting expertise, super helpful. Oh, yeah, the solar panel situation. Thanks for reminding me. Those custom group 1 toggle. Please also toggle the antennas at the same time. And that way we can just hit 1 and everything opens up. Great. Look at it. It's so good. What a view. Hooray. Anyways, I have a maneuver node that we're going to. We are at, and this is the maneuver I want. There we go. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to get there and we're going to fix that, the ascending descending node. Going to get lined up. Whoa, that circle is way out in the wrong way. That's way bad. All right, all right. We're gonna warp closer to that node. And then we'll straighten, we'll level out. All right. Because really, I just need that, either the ascending or the descending node to happen wherever I'm actually going to intersect with that other ship. Yeah, somewhere up there is fine. Ooh. That's fine. That's fine to me. What if I slowed down? No, slowing down doesn't help. Speeding up might. What's that? Separate by 300 kilometers? Great. We could just do that now. We'll just go a little faster. We'll get there a little sooner. The ship definitely struggles to turn without the engine running, though. And there's nothing I can do about that at this moment. We will remember that in the future. We need bigger reaction wheels. I think chat is always peak. It's the best place to be, really. All right. It's a good start. And then we will... What's the relative speed? 200? That's fine. We can fix that. From like way out there. If that's the descending node, we're going to go normal because we want to point up. And as long as we can manage to connect with that ship before either Mun or Minmus fling it somewhere, we'll be fine. Oh, is it gonna do another lap first? It is, and that's sad. I didn't want it to do another lap. That's risky for me. But I guess I'm moving so slow way out here that it's got time. That's fine. We just need to minimize how far apart they are. We'll get them nice and close together. We'll connect them. Maybe even transfer a little bit of fuel. I don't know if I can transfer fuel from one ship to the other right now, but that would actually be my preferred way of doing it. Oh, we're getting further out again. I'm just gonna try and fine-tune that separation so I can get as close as physically possible. Because really, there's only 3 directions to move, right? Up or down, left or right, forward or back. We can figure this out. We can get it tucked in nice and clean. Now, it'll just be curious every time I make a change if it works or it doesn't. What is it that I need? I need to go down a little bit, which is what I've got here. Yeah. Alright, I think 60-ish kilometers is gonna have to be good enough for our starting approach here. Why did all of that just move? It was a lot closer a moment ago. But now everything says different. And I don't know anymore. Everything just changed, so like... what am I to think? If it doesn't move back? No way. No. There's no way this is happening. 46 days. This isn't... Is it gonna happen the way it was predicted? Okay, okay. Okay, I'm accepting. But like, okay. Okay. That is 4 hours and 9 minutes. What's that? 2.5 hours. Yeah, warp 2.5 hours closer. It is very risky looking. I would agree with that. I too am a little concerned. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye. Alright. The closest intersection says 64 kilometers. Can I see the target anywhere? In my view. No. I'm going with no on this. I cannot see it yet. Can we just point directly at the target for a minute so that I could be informed? I'm sure we're still just so far away that it doesn't want to tell me at all. But at least there's coffee. Target's over there somewhere. An hour and a half. I am not waiting an hour and a half, I'll tell you that. An hour and a half is wild. $45 minutes? Still no. Time warping right now feels super dangerous. But I feel as though I do not have a choice. I guess I could probably try some maneuvering. I could probably point it in a little bit closer. But honestly, 15 minutes, 23, 17 is fine. 14 is good enough. Great. We'll call that good enough. Escape course with Kerbin. No. No, I'm darn close to it, though. I'll tell you that. I am darn close to it. But honestly, where is... Can't even see the target. I know it's around here somewhere. You're right. I'm very worried about the amount of fuel I have. Very, very worried. What's this? Where is... the target? Yeah, I have a bit of Delta V. Don't judge. Alright. You're making me feel very confident with the amount of fuel we have. I agree, I should do some squats or something. But I'm doing something else at the moment, buddy. Buddy, you're just gonna have to wait. I need to cut all relative speed so that I can sort this out properly. Ah, I was hitting the wrong button. What a problem. Go directly to the target, please. And while you're spinning, I'll do a squat or two. Alright. Either do some squats with me or type potato squat in the chat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's some squats. Some squatty squats. Can we... Do we have a visual on our target yet? That's plenty. Now turn around. Still no visual. The problem with doing push-ups is that I can't quite do those on camera for you properly. I'll be far away from the camera, I'll be far away from the microphone. Push-ups just don't translate as well as I want them to. Oh my. Quite the bully mentality, okay. Hold on, let me figure out what's going on here. Closest separation is 24. Okay, we can do that. Sure. Whatever. I'll do 10 push-ups for you. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it. Here we go. Here we go. I don't care what happens. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. There's 7. There's 8. There's 9. There's 10. Alright. Now we gotta get that closer, so I'm going with a radial out. Or is it? I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know why you're threatening to ban people. I thought I told my ship. Oh, I understand why. There we go. There we go. Now we can fine-tune this encounter. Nope, that's the wrong way. I need to start putting like RCS on there so that I can fine-tune this even easier. Oh boy, this time it takes to spin my ship. Alright, 5 kilometers is going to be a lot closer. How great. We'll get to that 5 kilometers, and then we'll slow it down, and we'll do a proper approach. What am I doing here? I'm getting distracted by the chat like always. We said we were going to get to 5 kilometers of separation. Hold on. Hold on. I need something. I need something. I need something. All right. Let's just resume the flight for a moment. Can we all just be friends again, though? Don't make me figure stuff out. Just be friends, okay? Just play nice. Alright, this is gonna get to 5 kilometers, and that's where we're gonna stop. Kane, I'm so proud of you. I'm choosing to believe you're actually doing it too. I know how easy it would be to lie to me, but I'm choosing to believe you wouldn't. That's good enough. Now we gotta slow down. And now I gotta go straight to the target. We may as well, while we're here, arm that thing. so that when we're close enough, we can just do it, you know? That'll probably be good enough. I appreciate that. It's a nice thought, Kane. I like it. What time is it? It is 10:30. It is 10:30. We need to succeed at this mission so I can go make pizza dough. Okay. Now let's time warp until we're closer. A little closer. That's close enough. Now straight to the target, please. You're so close, Kane. Do it. Now, if you weren't watching the earlier half of this rescue mission, we had Bob do a 300-ish meter spacewalk with all of the important science data. We don't have a luxury like that this time. We need these ships to connect. And without RCS to really fine-tune my speed, and with how difficult it is to turn this ship, this is going to be a small challenge. If you want to go play a different game and you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. You're welcome to leave. The stream is recorded. You can watch this later if you really want. It's available on YouTube and Twitch. Relax. I'm so glad NASA specifically is offering help. But I think we got this rendezvous under control. It's a rescue mission, so it's a high stakes kind of endeavor, but it's going to be well worth it. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh no. That sucks. That sucked. I actually hit the wrong button. I accidentally stepped on the throttle. Ugh. That sucks. And NASA was watching and everything. Ah! There goes my internship. Can't believe we did that. Maybe we could just tell people it's because the other ship still has its solar panels out, and we were concerned. Whew. You know, I understand, but that's okay. I got a job already trying to rescue these Kerbins, so I'm gonna do that and not worry about what could have been. Because, oh gosh, that could have been terrible. Imagine I was pointed in the wrong direction. Yo, I could have just caused straight up an accident that destroyed the entire crew, jeopardized the entire mission. Bad things. Alright, now that is fundamentally where I want it to be. And we're all drifting nice and close. Let's pop over into the other ship and put away those solar panels. What do you say? Kane, I'm not even clear what you're asking for. What do you want? Who do you want to shout out? Why would we want to shout them out? Nobody sponsors this. Retrograde, please. Kane, this entire mission shouts you out. Alright, we... yeah. No, we're gonna leave our solar panels out. For the time. And we are gonna make sure we do not accidentally step on the throttle. Interesting, Kane. I didn't expect you to be into Raid Shadow Legends. I should have known. I should have known you'd come by for like 4 or 5 streams before mentioning that. Solid business plan you got. Alright, now we gotta connect with the target. I do use my feet on the keyboard sometimes, yes. I'm a little trash panda. My hands are basically feet. My feet are basically hands. Okay, put away the solar panels just in case. Because this could get, tricky. See, I hit the wrong button again. And without RCS, this is going to be really, really hard. Oh, come on. Hit the target, hit it, grab it. Boom! Boom! Docking complete. Okay, but like, can I transfer fuel? Yes! NASA saw me successfully dock. How amazing. Alright, and we transferred all the fuel that we can. So let's see here. I want to transfer Valentina into that ship. Then I want every solar panel to come out. And I want this to release. Great. Now, that ship has fuel, electricity, and solar panels. This ship also now has fuel. Yeah. All right. So now this ship was always intended to just go home. The rescue mission was this ship going home. This thing is doing fine. Great, great, great. Now, what about this going home nonsense? Retrograde. That's the direction you're facing. That's our periapsis. We got plenty of fuel. We're just going home. Going home. Going home. Going home. Yeah, we'll... actually, while that... No. That's fine. We're just gonna, like, warp to, like, there. Whew. Look, we got Jeb and Bill coming home. Valentina, a true hero. Where is Kerbin? We're almost there, fellas and gals. We're almost there. So close. We're getting there. We can put these solar panels away. I don't anticipate us needing them anymore. Why didn't it work? Solar panels go away. Great, 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 great. We're coming in way too fast. At least we got a lot of fuel to slow down with. We got a lot of fuel. Look how much liquid fuel we have. We have almost a full tank. You know what that means? That is highly explosive upon re-entry. Ooh, we're glowing already. Let's just tuck those landing legs up. That was a fun noise. All right, but we need to get down to the ground. We need to get the whole team down to the ground. Yo, thank you, chat, for the pressure. As if the heating from the atmosphere wasn't enough. Yo, we're gonna lose landing legs. Our landing legs are gonna break, and I'm okay with that. We don't need the landing legs, we have parachutes. Don't worry about that. But we also have lots of fuel, so we have plans. Look, we got this under control. It's a high pressure situation and I am remaining calm. This is totally under control. Everybody relax. Nobody panic. This is under control. Look. I know you don't always have a lot of faith in me, but BuddyBot says we have to do some squats now. So you can either do some squats with me, or say hashtag potato squat in the chat, and we'll let the atmosphere slow us down. Here, look at this side of my tail instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tell me I'm a good boy. Tell me I did good. Praise me. We're gonna land somewhere in the mountains. Interesting. The potato squats. Yes, exactly. Here we go! I have faith in the team. In fact, let's recover more. Abandon less. And we'll keep the entire landing pod intact since we're landing on hard ground. Whoa, 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 what happened? We have lost control? How exciting. Well, so much for a lot of my ideas. Because that's a problem. Are we gonna be okay? I think we might have a problem. We might actually have a real problem. Are we still at least slowing down? We can't hold ourselves retrograde at this speed. But at least we're mostly horizontal. Let's put up, up. Can anything be done? This will be fine. This will be fine. Yeah, we're gonna keep all that. Everything is gonna be good. We'll put our legs out because they're safe now. The parachutes will work. I'm confident. Actually, I am a little bit afraid. I have some fear. My fear is actually building. And it's all because I can't... Oh, my drogue chute's gonna work just fine, yeah. Which is gonna fix the issue. Deploy that chute, I said. Yeah. Now we can really slow down. Deploy. Deploy. Look at it. It's working. Where's the shadow? The shadow. I can't see the ground without my shadow. Crew report. Gotta get all the extra science that I can, right? But seriously, where's my shadow? Oh, there's my shadow, way over there. That's too far. Too much wiggle. No! No! Don't, no! Uh-oh. Ugh! Oh, I was very afraid of that. EVA real quick. Take a surface sample real quick. Get a report real quick. Board in. And now we can recover the vessel. So we've returned it from the surface of Minmus, which is amazing. Plus, we left Kane's form, Kane's arm. Kane's arm is up in space, ready to collect any extra space junk that may or may not be out there, with some fuel. We came back with an extra 70 science for that, so that's great. We came back with a lot of funds, which is amazing. We easily have 300,000 more than when we left. And Jeb and Bill both leveled up. Amazing. Now let's just check mission control. We have completed all of the missions. So we can worry about what other missions are available next time. We're back from Minmus. Exploration was successful. We got paid big for that. And yeah. So we will look at contracts and the tech tree next time while we continue planning out our satellite network. So thank you very much for being here. Really appreciate the support. The potato squats are fantastic. So bye-bye.